Hey everybody, this is Royce here with Gage 3 Designs and I am back with another episode. So today I wanted to talk about the rendering software that I use. The software that I use is Thea Render. You can find Thea Render at thearender.com, and the way I started out, I tried the software first before buying, of course, and watched a bunch of tutorials. If you go to the website here, there's tabs that show you, how to do tutorials in whatever program you're using, SketchUp, Form Z, Fusion 360, whatever it is. You can also check out their gallery to see other people's work that they submitted to the render company to be displayed on their website. You can also download a lot of the materials to use in Thea Render to get a more realistic material look as far as brick, concrete, textures, paint, anything like that. So if you simply click the buy tab, or like I said, I tried it first, so you can click the try tab and you can download a version where when you do the renderings, it'll show the Thea Render logo all over your rendering, so because it's not supposed to be used for commercial purposes. But if you go ahead and buy just like three different options for SketchUp. You have your student version, your standard license, and then your floating license. It's also cool to go ahead and check out the gallery on their website. You can check out like interior architecture, renderings. They have a lot of cool images, like hundreds of images of different things, industrial, commercial, residential, interior, and these renderings really won me over. And what a lot of people do when they use any rendering software, a lot of people still put it in Photoshop just to touch it up. Um, so don't always settle with the final rendering from the rendering software. Um, Also enhance your Photoshop skills, so you can add background, add texture, enhance the lighting. There's a number of things you can do. So let's go ahead and jump over to a SketchUp file. This is a Georgian style home that I worked on a few months ago. I just have a couple animated scenes set up. Uh, I was thinking about doing an animation also, but this tutorial is just going to show how to simply do a rendering. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the first scene. And once you have your Thea Render software downloaded, in SketchUp, go to your extensions tab. And under your extensions tab, you should see Thea Render, and go to the last option, Show Thea for SketchUp toolbar. So you click on that toolbar, and you'll get a little box that'll pop up there. You're gonna want to click on the camera. It's the one at the bottom to pull up your rendering screen. So selecting this camera is going to pull up your rendering screen. Once you have your rendering screen pulled up, this is the interface. This is what it looks like. So you have your rendering tab, your display tab, your environment tab, channels, animation, different tabs for different things to manipulate your rendering. So once you have all of your desired choices for how you want your rendering to look, as far as like sharpness, brightness, the environment, you can manipulate it however you want with these options and your sampling. Go ahead and click the play button that's located above the different tab options. Once you select the play button, it starts to load and gets ready to render. So this is the beginning of what the rendering will start to look like. Once it starts rendering, it's dark, but you could kind of see it starting to render, but it takes some time depending on your computer. How fast your computer is, how many gigahertz it runs at. It depends on that. So it depends on the type of computer you have, how fast your computer is, the amount of materials you have in your drawing, and the types of materials you use in your drawing. That controls the time of which, when the rendering will be complete. So let's fast forward to show what the rendering would look like at a later time. You can also play with the display tab to manipulate the background to give it more of like a filter. And also, like I said, you'd want to put these renderings into Photoshop to also give it a more realistic look, a more realistic feeling. Like you can add entourage, you can add a background, you can touch up some of the plants, you can add more plants, whatever you want to do, anything you feel like you may have missed in the actual SketchUp design. So let's check out the SketchUp design versus the Thea render and see the difference. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video informative. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content.